All right, thank you for the request. We're going to do a sing along with the words on the screen for Little Joys on the ukulele. But we're going to talk about these chords very quickly here because we're going to have an A major, D major, an E major, F sharp minor, and probably the hardest chord we're going to be doing is the F sharp 7. So you're going to have to bar that first fret there and then put your whatever finger of choice down on that second fret of that lowest string down to closest to the floor there. So there you go. All right, so here we go. We're going to start off on the intro with A, and sometimes when there's spacing available and elongated A's, such as in the intro and then in between the verses, I'm going to grab with my pinky that fourth fret there of, again, that lowest string closest to the floor, just to spice things up a little bit. But let's get playing. So, little joys, little joys, little joys, little joys. Bum, 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 bum. You, the last speaker of your language, one day I might understand it. This old heart won't turn into another. This old life won't take me to another. You, the last musing of the morning, when the tests are no longer calling. Send me into the long night with all the. Send me into the long night with all the little joys, 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 little joys of the finite. You, the one smiling in the photo, like you knew it might be on the wall. This old heart won't turn into another. This old road won't take me to another. You, the thought now ever interrupted. Before the doom, the dark, there was light. Send me into the long night with all the. Send me into the long night with all your little joys, 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 little joys of the finite. When the darkness beats the bright, we'll be alright. We'll be alright in the finite. When the darkness beats the bright, we'll be alright. We'll be alright in the finite. Send me in a long night with all your little joys, 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 little joys of the finite. Little joys, 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 little joys of the finite. Little joys, 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 little joys of the finite. And you just gotta keep doing that chorus a lot of times there at the end. It's hard because a lot of chord changes there, and my fingers are cramping up because they're a little too big for this ukulele. But little joys, 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 and that awkward chord there. Little joys, 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 little joys of the finite. That C sharp 7 is obviously the hardest one because you gotta bar that first fret there, like we said. And if it sounds wacky, just go string by string to see which string is not being sounded and just get a little bit more pressure on that so it sounds better. So, one more time. Little joys, 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 little joys of the finite. Alright, so hopefully that helped you out. Thank you again for the request. on the ukulele of this song. Always love Tom, and we'll do his songs, so appreciate that. And any other songs you want, either Tom or anything else on the uke or guitar, let me know and we'll try our best with it.